EC Details, and welcome back to another episode. In this one, I'm going to show you how I tackle GM black paint. It's one of those things you hear online, like, oh, GM black paint is a nightmare. Especially for this one, I'm going to play some clips of a video around the car where it shows you like it has pinstriping, it is driven, he does hunt in it, things of that nature. I'm going to show you how I like to tackle it, especially the areas that have deeper scratches, and then the combo I've used to get me some of the best results on GM black paint. All right, so stay tuned and let's have fun, shall we? I showed you that clip of the video coming through, and then you see my damage marks with wool and a rotary, and then you saw the clarity of the black paint. I'm gonna walk you through how I like to tackle it. I'm gonna show you both ways, with the DA and with the rotary. And this is just a how-to video and how to tackle it. All these things too, you can find at the House of Rags, links to the description below, or your favorite store if they have it. So number one, we're gonna go over my heavy cut, and yes, I could use Endgame, but I ran out, so this is what I have in the shop right now. I have to order more. I'm using A50 from Fine Lab. A50 is a tremendous compound. As my second step, I'm gonna test Paicar 02. If it's too aggressive and it does leave hazing, then what I'll do is use Paicar 03 or some finishing polish of your choice. Gold Standard, Endgame, Paicar, Clean by Pan, whatever you have used. So I'm gonna show you how I tackle it and some do's and don'ts. For the paint gauge, I always use this. Always measure your paint, number one. Number two, always take before pictures and or videos for your customers. Helps protect you, helps protect the customer. Number three, if you're not skilled with the rotary, my suggestion is use some. We'll go over how to use a DA or rotary, so you don't feel like you have to use the rotary. I just find that it cuts a lot faster in this scenario. Step three, patience. Do not overwork the paint. Well, GM paint is finicky because it's a little softer and it tends to scratch up easy. So we could get the paint almost perfect with a little aggressiveness. So let's talk about what I have here in my hand. I have the Flex 24 millimeter. I have the DIY cordless 25 millimeter. I have a Paicar pad, Paicar A50, and then I'm using the white jobber for my finishing step. What you want to do is always prime your pad. So this one's already primed, but how you would prime is I tend to go through each one and I put it on a surface about speed 2, and I'll show you a clip here. And then that speed 2, then I go in and start to cut. And then your next step, before I do a one initial blowout, I'll do, 3 dabs of the compound on here. The thing about A50 is kind of weird is that you have to shake the bottle real good. The bottle even says it because it does separate. And then I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna show you on this panel what I mean about spreading it, and then we'll start to cut it. Now, anytime I use rotary to cut, I stay between a 3 or a 2. Anything above that could cause you problems. It tells you here like the RPMs. I don't need that much. I go on edge slightly, meaning when the pad starts to skip. When you feel this, if this is a flat pad, I pick it up 45 degrees or 20 degrees just to smooth it out a bit, as to not cause issues or inconsistencies in the marks I'm about to get. This is the scenario. This is the paint I'm working on. You can see the scratches here. When I say speed 2, so when I have compound on the pad, I do this just to spread it, just spread my compound. Okay, that's all I need to do. I get the compounds on the fiber and I'll bring it down a bit so you can see it. And then always have your hand on the pad here. I always, like I said, 3 is all I need. And then lock it and come in. And I just come up and down. Slight pressure. Be careful with the edge. You want to flow off the edge a bit. And that's all I'm going to do here. And I'm going to show you the rotary marks you're going to get. Now, those, you're like, Eddie, that's too much work. Yeah, you're going to see in a second why I went this step, because the paint is scratched, okay? I am going to use my compound here and see if I can finish that out. I'm testing a new compound, but use Paicar. I did say I was going to use Paicar. I'm just going to check this out to see how it works. And you see I didn't go over the paint real quick or a lot. And I'm going to finish that out. But like, Eddie, that seems too simple. I'm telling you, this is GM black paint. Look at how perfect that is. Now, I want you to compare that with that. That with that. Now, this is how I do this. Well, let me show you the other way of doing it with just a DA, as to not get everyone freaked out or worried or whatever have you. And again, any wool pad you could use. I lean on to clean my pan pad. I'm just testing another microfiber here. And then you will do the same thing. So for the microfiber pad, I go around, I load it up so I get every fiber. I'm gonna come in, and then we'll show you on this section just so you get a sense of what I'm doing. I tend to do this. What's this? Well, I tend to spread the compound. I go speed 1 just to spread it. And then 5. And then I'll just take my time. Now, anytime you have microfiber, you introduce a lot of heat. So just be careful. That causes some type of swelling, can cause you to burn through paint, can cause you to do all that, and that's never good. Like, you never want to do that because it causes big time problems. So just be very careful with that. And then so the 850 usually doesn't stay lubricating very much. So get you a compound or a polish that allows you to bring this back. And you can see that this polish has a lot of lubrication, and the A50, if you overwork it, tends to stick. So then you just wipe. So what I'm showing you here is you can get almost the same results. You can see that, and then you can see that. See that? See that with the rotary that you can with the DA. Now the reason I'm going 2-step is because this paint has a bunch of scratches, and you can see it right here where we came from, all those scratches. So that is the art of getting GM black paint to a decent shape using a DA with wool. Now you're like, well, Eddie, I don't have those special tools. Well, let's go over this then. So what does it look like if I just use a 1-step pad with a hybrid pad? Let me blow this out. So you can use a 1-step compound with a wool pad. You still have to finish it out, meaning you can do a 1.5 step. And I'm gonna show you what that means. So I'm gonna take Paicar here. Always shake your compounds. And we're gonna go down this section. I'm gonna show you what it looks like to finish this out with just Paicar and a microfiber. So I'm using Paicar. I'm using Paicar 02. And then let's go down here so we have a separation so you can see. And then you and I are just gonna do this section here. Let me lift you up a bit. And this is a finishing, this is a 1-step compound with a wool pad to see if I can get the same kind of cut. Now, you still want to watch temps, meaning make sure you don't overheat the panel because it swells the paint. And then what I would do in this instance, I will grab my foam pad and I'm gonna do a 1.5 step. So I'm gonna put some Paicar on here like a dab. I'm gonna drop my pressure down about 20%. So it's like me handshaking my wife. I'm gonna drop the speed down to a finishing speed of like 2.5, 3. And I'm gonna come in and I am gonna just break the compound down a bit. A little quicker hand speed. And then I'm gonna finish that out. And that's all. So what I'm doing is just removing any type of microfiber marring or anything of that nature to the paint. And then look how good we got it. So there's several ways to skin this cat is what I'm telling you. And you can see from here all the way on, that is acceptable. Now that's just a DA. And you can see where we came from. You see the paint. Now, does it look like glass? I would say, yeah, there's a spot there that I gotta do, so we'll do that together here, because I only did the portion of it. And again, the goal here is just to show you that you can. Now, let me show you what a 1-step does with just Paicar and the orange pad. A couple dabs. I'm trying to get this not perfect, but you wanted it about 80% corrected. Every time you're correcting paint, go over so it blends, right? You never just want to stay stuck in that one spot. And we'll see what the 1-step did. So even the 1-step on this paint is nuts. So Paicar, 1-step, GM black paint, got it looking as good as the 2-step, 2-step, 2-step. We are gonna finish this door, but I wanted to show you all this. We'll come back and show you the final results. Now look at this. This paint is gnarly. So let me get my light here so you can see it. And you can see what this did. This is my rotary marks for me doing that section. This is Paicar. And again, all I have to do is remove the residue here. Look at that. This is the 2-step we did. That's not haze, that's just compound on there that I have to remove. And you can see I got the same results that I did with the rotary. I just like the rotary better because it does it a bit faster for me. Guys, remember we did this in a video? This is what it looks like right after we polished. And you don't see all the deep scratches. You don't see swirls. It is like glass. GM black paint doesn't have to be a nightmare. It just takes some experience, some time, some understanding. And these results are attainable on any clear coat, especially GM, if you follow the steps in this video. You don't have to worry about it. Easy steps, a wool pad, a 1-step pad will get you tremendous results. My suggestion for you is when you're learning to do this, just take your time, okay? Don't chase perfection. Go as far as you feel comfortable going. Now, if you're gonna do this as a profession, please get a paint gauge reader. I was able to read the paint. I knew how much I had to deal with, so I could do this kind of effort to get the paint looking this right. With that said, everything I use in this video, links in the description below. Hit the like and subscribe. Before you leave, watch this video of Justin. He came down from Montana. A detailer messed up his brand new Rebel, cost him $2,000, and we had to go back and fix their mistakes. And that video was a doozy. Thank you for watching. We're out.